And my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today onto this particular Python project, we are gonna make out a digital clock. So we'll be making out a digital clock with the help of Python programming language. So from Python today, I'm gonna take on two relevant libraries with the help of which I'll be making this digital clock. The very first one is the tkinter library, which we have in Python programming language, and the second library, and I would say that second one is a module, and that is the time module. Okay, so this is the complete idea regarding both of those modules which are we going to use up today. Before moving forward, I would just quickly give you a quick recap for what is tkinter and what is time. So you all must have heard about the GUI application, that is the graphical user interface applications, right? So whenever we are making out a GUI application in the Python programming language, tkinter is our first priority to go ahead and make out any GUI application. So in Python programming language, tkinter is one of the libraries that completely supports out making the graphical user interfaces. Okay. Second, about the time module. So time is one of the modules basically which allows us to check out the current time, the local time, and it has many functions like that. Okay, so as we are going to make out a digital clock, that is the main reason why are we using up this particular time module. And as I want to make out a GUI digital clock, the reason is we are using the tkinter library. Okay, so hope I am very much clear with both of the libraries that we will be using up here, and that will be going ahead. Okay, now I would start writing the code, and meanwhile only I would explain you the relevant things. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is that firstly I'm gonna import out the relevant library. So here we have import. Okay, not from import, I would simply write out here that from tkinter import, and here we have tk. Now what does this very first line means which I have written up here? So from a tkinter library, I am importing a relevant function, that is tk. What's that completely used for? So tk is used, let's say, I would just let you know that whenever we just make out a tkinter project, whenever we just make out a GUI applications, so tkinter has its own window, and onto that own window only we get on the output whatever we are writing, and whatever the app or whatever the whatever we are making with the help of GUIs, we just get out all the outputs onto that second window which is of tkinter of its own. Okay, you did not get out the output of this particular program in your Python console. No, it completely doesn't happens out. You actually have out a new window that automatically appears, and with the help of that particular window only you just get on and check out and get out the relevant output. Okay, hope I am very much clear with this particular thing. Now what I'm going to do here is that with the help of my tkinter library only, I'm importing one more function. So I'm going to write out from tkinter, here goes import, and here goes label. So label. Okay, now tkinter is my library from which we are importing one more function, and that is the label function. What's that used for? So label is one of the function which is used whenever you just want to write out anything onto the tkinter window. Label is a function that is used out. As in normal, we just simply use out a print statement and we print out anything onto the Python console, right? In the similar way, label is the function which we use whenever we just want to print on anything onto the tkinter window. Label is the function which we use out. Okay, so tk is the tkinter window, label is a function which allows us to write onto the tkinter window. Third, I'm going to import out the time module. So here goes import time. So my time module has been imported up here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I would be calling up my tk function so that my tkinter window automatically gets made up for me. So for that we have to take out a variable. So let's say my variable is tk underscore window, my variable. Okay, put on the assignment operator, and here I'm going to write out as tk. So what I am doing here is that with my tkinter window, that is tk underscore window, we are making on a tkinter window. Okay, so the above function which I have imported, I am simply calling out that particular function. Right now I do not want to define out any of the I do not want to define any of, I would say, any dimensions, nothing like that I want to give out. That's the reason I'm simply writing up TK. If we have any specifications for the size of the window that would appear, so then we have a geometry function for that. But right now I'm not going to use that out. Okay. So TK underscore window is equal to TK. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give it a title. So TK underscore and okay, TK underscore window dot. Now title is a function which allows me to give on any of the title to my tkinter window. So as soon as our tkinter window appears above on the left hand side corner, you would be able to see on the title for that tkinter window. And the title which I want to give is digital, let's say digital clock. Okay, this is the title which I really want to give out. So I've just written that out. Now at last I'm going to write out here tk underscore window dot, and here I'm going to write out main loop. Now what is this main loop? So main loop is one of the functions which we have in the tkinter. What is that used for? So that is used whenever we just want that whatever we are writing, okay, whatever we have written the program, whatever the code we have written for, we want that to get executed. When we just want that to particularly get executed, so in that case it's compulsory for us to add this main loop function at the very last. Okay, it's really compulsory. If I'm not gonna add this out, so you won't be able to see on your output. Okay, so hope I am clear with that why it is necessary to use this main loop. And one more thing here, that after the main loop, if you are going to use out any other function after the main, any other statement or anything after the main loop, so that won't get executed in your output. You won't be able to see the output for that particular or that respective statements which you are writing outside the main loop. So you could treat main loop as main loop is one of a kind of a function which actually helps to close. That is a closing function you could call. Right, so I have just told you, now it's the time for running out the program. So onto the blank space, do out the right click and click on the run function. And here I get out my tkinter window which is made up by me. This is small window you are able to see, right? This particular which I am able to take it here and there. This is my tkinter window. Right here I haven't defined out any dimensions. I haven't defined anything like that. It's the reason that I am getting a small window. As soon as I put on anything, it will basically acquire that respective dimension that I am going to mention up. Okay. So now I would close this out here and close the output as well. Fine. Okay, this is all sorted. Now I am going to write out a label, define out a label. Okay. So I would just write out text underscore clock as a variable name. Text underscore clock. I'm going to use out the label function. Okay, label is a function, as I mentioned, that it will help you to write down anything onto your tkinter window. So label. Okay, now what I'm going to do is here is that I would be simply writing on first of all the variable here into which I have stored my tkinter window. So that's tk window for me, right? Okay, after that what I'm going to do is that putting out a comma, I would be defining out some font here. Font you could define according to your choice, whatever you just want. So I want it to be in the Arial. So I wrote out Arial. Putting out a comma, I want to define out some size. Let's say my size is 170. So I mentioned that. I want that to be bold as well. So I mentioned that. And let's say I want that in the italic as well. Bold and italic both. So I just mentioned that relevant thing as well. Fine. This is the thing which I have mentioned up here. Now what I'll be doing is that I'll be again putting out a comma. Let's say I just want to set on a background color as well, BG color. Okay, so let's say my background color which I want to set up here. Okay, what I just want to do is that okay, let's take it as light green. Okay, my background color. Now what about my FG color? FG is my font color. FG basically stands for foreground. That is my font color. Okay, so what font color do you want to set up here? So FG is equal to, let's say on light green I would set up here as, let's say my color would be black only. Okay, now if you do not set on the FG is equal to black, then it will automatically take that as well. So let me just do out one simple thing here. I would just take it out here. Fine. So yes, this has been written up. Now where to place that? How would we know that? Where to place this particular label which we are writing out? So that I'll be placing it here as text underscore clock. Text underscore clock. dot, and here goes the pack function. Pack is one of the functions which basically allows us to put on any of the particular thing, I would say, which basically allows us to put on any of the labels at our simple first row. Okay, this is what it actually helps us to do. So that particular thing has been done. Now I had set on my label that what I want to write, that in what is the font and all those things, but what I just want to write onto that particular Tkinter window. So I want my time to be displayed as we are making up a digital clock, right? So into that relevant case, I'm going to define out a function. So here goes diff, and after that I have the function that is time underscore current. Time underscore current means the current time. Okay, putting on the colon and coming to the new line. Right here, now what I'm going to do here is that I would be using on functions, some relevant, I would say, variables. To time underscore show, my variable name. Okay, time underscore show. So into that, I'm going to write out here time dot strf time. Okay, time is the module which we have already imported above. strf time is one of the time, like I would just say, one of a time format, that this particular relevant format we are going to give, and we want the time to display in this format only. Okay, this is what it actually means. So I want the time to be in the format, it would be first of all %r, that what is the r right here. Okay, after that there would be a colon, then I want the %minute to be displayed. Okay, putting again the colon, okay, right here, and then as well I want the %seconds to appear. Okay, now I as well want that whatever we are writing after that, am and pm shall as well display. So for that I am writing % and small p. Okay, so %p is used whenever you just want that am and pm as well shall display, that it's 11 am in the morning or 11 pm in the night, so it shall display that out with the help of this %p. Okay, hope I am clear. Now what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to use on the variable in which I had set out my label functions. So text underscore clock, that is right. So dot config text underscore clock dot config into the bracket. Now what text I need to display with the help of this label function. So I want to display on the text which is time underscore show, because time underscore show is a variable onto which I had set on that this is the relevant time that shall appear onto my Tkinter window. So that particular label function which will display the things for me, that is being stored in the text underscore clock variable. So that is the reason I am simply mentioning this particular thing here. Okay, next goes text underscore clock, again that same variable dot after. Now we are just going to set on some time that after this particular milliseconds my time shall change. So it's 200 milliseconds I'm setting up here. Okay, comma, and here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to call out and put on my function name. So that is time underscore current, and I would put on the, I would remove the brackets, simply time underscore current. Fine, this is what I have written. I would come up down here, and here after coming down I would simply call on my function. So my function name was okay, that was time underscore current. Okay, so that particular function I have called up here. I would just go above once and explain you whatever I have done. So with the help of my Tkinter library, I have imported the tk function. So the tk function was basically helping us to make on a Tkinter window onto which we'll be making our digital clock. Then from the Tkinter library we have imported one more function, that is a label function. So that label function was basically helping us to put on the labels onto the Tkinter window. Labels means that whenever you just want to write anything onto the Tkinter window, we use out this this label function. Then I have imported the time model which will help me to get out the current time. Here I call my tk function so as to make out a Tkinter window, and that so is stored in tk underscore window variable. Okay, and I just simply set out a title, that is digital clock. Then I made out my label function. In the label function I had stored that onto a text underscore clock variable, and onto that I had first of all written a name for my variable into which I had called my Tkinter window, that is tk underscore window. Then I set on the font that I wanted Arial 170 bold and italic. Background will be light green, foreground will be black, and here I use the pack function which basically helps me to place this onto my Tkinter window. Here I made out a function that is time underscore current. So inside that, time underscore shows the variable and strf time. So here strf time is %s, %m, %s. Okay, and this is basically hour, minute and seconds. And here in the %p is basically for displaying am or pm, whatever you sorts out. So then text underscore clock dot config. Config is basically used when I just have out a text and what text I just want to put on to that particular label which I have defined. So that is used up here. And here at least after that, after this much of time, please make this particular function run. Okay, this is what actually is. And here I simply called out my function. Now I'll be running out this relevant program. Let's see that what's the output we are going to get after. And it's great. The output, see with what we are getting here, it's 23, 55, 02, 03 and my seconds which are here that are actually moving. And yes, that's the current exact time which I am having right out here. So it's Saturday 23rd of October. That's a different thing. So okay, I would just stop it running here and stop run out. Okay, I would just close this out, disconnect. Now I would just try to change out some colors here. Okay, so my light green, instead of this, let's make it as light pink. Okay, and let the text, let's make out the text as let's make it as red. Okay, and the everything was as well actually completely okay. And this time I would remove the italic as well. I would remove on the italic. So yeah, that has been removed, and the comma. Now okay, one more thing I could make on a change here is that instead of %h, I could simply once write out %i. Let's see that what is gonna happen up here. I will just run it out here for a while. And now see, when I just wrote %i, right, %i, so into that I'm just getting in the form of 11, 12. So whenever you just want to get it in the form of 11, 12, something like that, so you wrote out %i there. And whenever you just want that particular thing to appear in the form of, I would say in the form of 22, 23 or 24, you could just print that. Here we are getting the PM. So now what I would just do is that I would just once again, I would just make one single change here, 1 minute. 1 second, let me go to the other side, and simply I would just now make it black because red must not be visible on the phones, right, if you're watching through the phone. So now I am once again gonna run this particular program. It's the last time actually. Yes, so right here I'm getting out my time. So it's 11:56 and the seconds are thus moving, and it is right now PM. Right, so hope I am very much clear that how we could make out a digital clock in the Python programming language, how you could make that out, and how you could make out a complete working digital clock, how you could add the features, how you could add out the labels onto this, how you can actually change out the font size, the font color and everything. Okay, I hope I am very much clear with this particular Python project, right? So this is all for this video. Today we learned that how we can make out a digital clock in the Python programming language. Next we'll see you with some more exciting videos. This is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.